Hi there. It's March the 7th, and in our journey through Torah, we are still continuing in Numbers, the book in Hebrew, Bamidbar, in the desert, and we come to Numbers chapters 8 and 9. In chapter 8, there is the presentation of the Levites before the Lord. The Levites are to be separated from the people of Israel, and they are to be completely devoted to the Lord. In fact, in the middle of the chapter in Hebrew, it uses twice the word netonim. It says netonim, netonim. It means they're devoted, they're given. And it emphasizes the fact that the Levites belong to the Lord. They're his own possession. They are taken, as we said before, to replace the firstborn of Israel who were redeemed from the hand of death when Passover happened. And so the Levites are brought before the Lord. They are completely sanctified. There's a sacrifice made, and then they are separated for the Lord's service. It says at the end of the chapter that those who are 25, the men, of course, in this case, the men who are 25 up to the age of 50 are involved in the service of the tabernacle. Once a man reached 50, he was no longer involved in the actual tabernacle service, but he was still serving in the courts of the Lord, in the tent of the congregation surrounding the tabernacle. Then in chapter 9, we read first of all of the celebration of the second Passover. The second Passover happening on the 14th day of Nisan, the first month, and this is the second year of its celebration. However, it happens that there are a number of men who cannot participate in the Passover because they are ceremonially unclean because they have touched the dead. When they touch the dead, they can't participate in holy things. So they come to Moses and they say, "Can you not make a provision for us to still take Passover?" And so Moses speaks to the Lord, and the Lord says they can take Passover in the next month, the month of Iyar, the second month. And this is a provision that's made for those who are not able to be with the people of Israel because they are ceremonially unclean, or they're on a long journey, or some other reason. They can't just choose to do that. They have to actually have a good reason for not doing it. But for them, they can celebrate Passover in the second month on the 14th day. And then lastly, in chapter 9, we just have a description of the presence of the Lord, the cloud of God's presence coming on the tabernacle being completed, the menorah having been lit at the beginning of chapter 8, the lampstand being lit, everything's ready, and the cloud of God comes and settles over the place where he's meeting with his people. And then, of course, it says that whenever the cloud is lifted up, or whenever the fire moves, then the people break camp and they go with the fire, they go with the cloud. Whether it's day or night, it says, when the cloud or the pillar of fire moved, the people moved with it. It's really key for us that we go where God is going, that we don't settle. We're not people who are settled to always stay in one place. God is a God of change. God is a change of transformation. He's constantly moving. He's constantly mobile. That's why he lived in a mobile tabernacle among the people, because he wanted them to move with him. We need to be prepared to go where God is going and to go with him at every opportunity, whether that's day or night. Have a very good March the 7th.